so Mark, you've come into Quest as from an employee point of view.
That's
so
right, yes.
That business. Can you just tell us what made you decide to go into ownership?
Sure, yeah, look, I worked for Quest for 2 years. I came on as a property manager. So my wife and I, Kai, we just came in as a property managers. We get put in a property. So we sort of allocated a property in the eastern suburbs. We went into the property worked very hard for 2 years, learned the systems, and we came in, I was a chef by background. So my background was not as in front of house, I guess, hotels, etc., in accommodation. So once I understood, learned a little bit about the systems. Quest have been great support. It was a great setup, great training, and I guess, looking at the franchise network and speaking to people in the group, seeing how well people are doing and the opportunities out there, I very quickly realised I wanted to have a franchise of my own. So I think it took me a whole of 3 months after being employed that I was already speaking to Quest about having a franchise in full. From day one, we set up a plan. We sat with Paul and Quest and said, look, we want a franchise. We want to do what it takes to have our own business, but unfortunately, we don't have the cash flow to do it at the moment. So, look, Quest was super supportive. We worked out, silent partners involved in the business financially. We went through the process of in a joint venture with a silent partner for 2 years, and then after the 2 years, we bought out the silent partner into our business. So, and then we had our old property for 4 years, which was great, and we opened a greenfield in Bundoora about 1.5 years ago, so which is fantastic. So the new property, opening from scratch in the group it's not a reward, but it's sort of, I guess it's a real opportunity because you can really build from scratch in an area. So you're really starting from having a new property, which is also fantastic, but also you can build real wealth in the business. It's really up to you. It comes down to how well you run the business, and so the ball's in your court, so to speak, to make money. Yeah.
I guess that's a challenge too, though, because you've got no trading history.
Definitely. I think that if I went into a greenfield site 8 years ago when I started with Quest, I would know when you would be in the position we are now after 1.5 years because we didn't have that experience, and that sort of, it's all been a lead up for me the last 8 years with Quest and my wife and I, Kai, to learn, to train, learn the systems, understand the markets, understand, how to make money in a business is also very important, and also build some personal wealth is also very important. So to be able to do this, so Quest have been there from day one for us to do this. Yeah, it's been great.
So what are the benefits? Well, you said financial, obviously, and that's essentially why everyone goes into a franchise. Sure. There are other aspects, but that's obviously paramount. What other benefits?
To be honest, working with my wife, Kai, is fantastic. We get along well, and we've always been best friends, worked together now about 15 years. So we believe it or not, we are good partners and personal and also business partners. I think seeing we've got 2 young children, a 4 and 6 year old. I was a chef by trade for probably 10 years when I first went in the industry, and I was working every Friday, Saturday night, Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, you name it, I was working. And I couldn't have a happy home life with chefing hours as well. So being in the hotel industry, which is a combination corporate market, we mainly work Monday to Fridays, occasional weekends when we need to go in there, but we can actually have a normal life. And, we can both go work very hard in the business, but we can also have nights off and weekends to enjoy our family life, so which is great. Yeah.
What do you think was the biggest challenge for you moving from being an employee, even though you were a manager, to suddenly now the responsibility is yours and you've got to make it
Definitely.
work?
I think honestly, the first rent check that I had to pay when I started as a business, and I think there was a real awakening, and this is real. I think that when you work for a group like Quest, the finance department would pay the bills and everything was done, and you still work very hard in the business and you would still take ownership of the business. However, the bills were paid. But when it's your own business, and it is very important that you understand that it's your responsibility. You really have to step up and take ownership from day one. Because the rent check's going to be there every month. Employees need to get paid. And hopefully there's something left for yourself at the end of all this. But I think the biggest step for me was financially to understand this is a real business now, and it's really it's serious. It's sort of stepping from a manager where you still have ownership, but it's not the same as owning your own business because you work so much harder when it's your money on the line. You got to support your family, support your children, so it's very important. Yeah.
Were there any surprises to you?
Look, it's been hard times. It's been good times, hard times in the first 5-6 years. We made a lot of mistakes. we made not massive mistakes, but a lot of little mistakes that now we don't make. We learned those things, overcharging, undercharging, filling up too early in the certain times, turning away good clients. There's a lot of things in the business that we learnt over the first 4 or 5 years that we don't make those mistakes now. So we really know how to look after our clients. We know how to financially look after things correctly, and just to make sure that we run the business more efficiently, and and not by doing more hours ourselves, but actually training the staff, putting some ownership on the staff, make sure our sales and marketing is really top notch, because sales and marketing top line is so important. We've always been focused, in my past, was worrying about the costs, worrying about every little dollar, saving money here and there, but I've really learned over time that the top line figure, sales and marketing, is the key to make sure that we have people coming into the business. So, and staying with us. So,
So what does the future look like?
Great. Yeah, look, we've just opened a greenfield site a year and a half ago, or probably 12, 14 months ago. And look, the first year we've achieved probably 20% over budget. So it's done amazingly well the first year. And look, to be honest, I'm really, really, really stoked about where we are in life. We're very happy. We've sort of got a great opportunity on this business to build wealth, and there will be other opportunities with Quest moving forward in our area, so we can actually, I guess, settle our kids in a school, which is very important to us. Now they're school age, and basically be able to, I guess, build our wealth around Quest now. We sort of didn't want to move interstate. We wanted to be in Victoria with our family. So I guess it was a matter of us waiting for the right opportunity, getting ourselves set up in there, and now we're going to build on top of this. So and also not moving the kids around every 2 years, which is, for us, is very important. So we really want to make sure that we have a good home life and try and balance the best we can, home and work, and and obviously financially be successful, which is the ultimate goal.